So as I told you earlier, the transaction code to create the customer master in ECC is XD01. Okay. The transaction code is XD01. This is to create the customer master in ECC. And if you look at here, what system is asking? What is the first thing that system is asking? The system is asking the first thing. And please remember that the job of the end user is to create the customer master, metal master, etc., etc. But as a consultant, you will be facilitating the end user by doing the certain configurations. Okay. So the first thing that system is asking is account group. When you are trying to create the customer master, the first thing that which is visible on the screen is your account group. If you go to this drop down, you are finding multiple account groups. So I have created for my practice in ECC, I have created a account group called GCPD. Let me take the account group GCPD. And what does this account group will do? For example, anyone can unmute and speak. When you are registering yourself in any e-commerce portal, okay, from your mobile, if you want to register to some clothing e-commerce portal, the system will ask for multiple entries. Is it required for you to enter all the entries, or if you bypass some entries also, your customer registration will happen? If the system, on your mobile screen, if the system is asking for 10 details, is it mandatory to enter all those 10 details, or if you enter some details and if you skip some details, you will be able to move forward? I'm asking you guys. You guys are there, or you are?
We can bypass it.
Yeah, there are certain fields which you mandatorily has to be entered, and there are certain fields we can bypass. So how that is configured in SAP is all those things can be configured in SAP in the account group. So when the end user is creating the customer master, which details he should mandatorily capture, which details are not required, which details are not mandatory. I mean, they are optional. That will be configured in the account group. So as a consultant, we will be creating the account group in consultation with business. The end user will use the account group created by us, by the consultant, while he is creating the customer master. That is the importance of this account group. And if you come down for customer, so the customers can be given with the numbers, the customers can be created with alphabets. Whether it has to be used the number or alphabets, again, it is part of your account group configuration. I will show you what is that account group configuration, etc., little later. Okay. And the next thing is, whenever you are trying to create a customer to perform the sales transaction, that customer has to be assigned to one company code. You understand now why the enterprise structure is required? Company code. That is the reason why we created the company code. Similarly, when you are creating a customer, that customer has to be assigned to one sales area. Sales area is a combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division. That is the reason why, as part of enterprise structure assignment, we have done the assignment of sales organization, distribution channel, and division by forming a sales area. Have you understood now why we have done that enterprise structure assignment? So the company code which I have created for this practice purpose is the GCPL, GD, and for master data CM, this is the sales area that I have already formed here, and go inside. So if you observe here, for the customer details, it has the name called as internal. It is not the name. So for customer master, as I explained earlier, customer can be created with number, customer can be created with numeric value. all alphabets. So that is done, create, that is configured in the account group. I will show you that account group configuration in a separate window. Let me open that one and let me show you my account. Yeah. Okay, you may get confused if I go to the account group now. We'll discuss it little later. So to create this customer, if you observe here, there are certain fields with a box and tick mark. There are certain fields without box and tick mark. If you observe on the screen, this box and tick mark specify that it is a mandatory entry. If you have to move to the next tab, that mandatory fields has to be entered. Enter all required entry fields. Fill in all required entry fields is the instruction given here, and the system has taken to the first mandatory information. So I am giving some name. Now I am trying to go to the next tab. The system has taken me to the next mandatory field. Okay. If I try to go to the next tab, it will not allow. The system will take me to the next mandatory field. So this is how you will be creating your master data. See here, the moment I entered, the system is asking to give the mandatory information. Since all these fields are mandatory. So country, how the country IN I am able to give? Why not India? Why not why IN? Because in SAP, in standard SAP, they have defined all the 237 countries with some country code. So they defined for India, they defined it as IN. You can see it here. And similarly, when they given the state as a TG, the system is throwing an error saying that, my dear friend TG, there is no such state field TG. You check it properly. That's what system has said. See here, for state, we used to call this field as region, and the region number in system is defined as 36 for Telangana. And I can go to the next tab now. I can go to the previous tab also. So when the end user is creating the customer master, you will be deciding what information, not you, in fact, business will be deciding what the mandate information has to be captured by the data entry operators or customer operations, executive operations team, or whatever it is. Okay. Or customer representative team, whatever it is, whoever is creating the customer master, when they are creating it, what is the mandatory information that has to be captured? What is the optional information has to be captured? That will be decided by the business users. We will, with the help of business users, we will configure it in SAP in a concept called account group. Is it clear? So if you go to the next tab, here if you observe, none of the fields are mandatory. So where it is configured in the account group. Now let me show the path for the account group configuration. So as I explained earlier, any configuration will be done in the SPRO screen. Go to SAP reference IMG, and here you will be finding something called as Logistic General, this node. Under Logistic General node, you will be finding business partner. Under business partner, you will be finding customers. Under customers, you will be finding control. Under control, you will be finding define account group and field selection for customers. Go here and see. No problem. Someone has logged it, not an issue. Let us try to find out my account group. When I am trying to create the customer master, what is the account group that I have given? I have given my account group as GCPD. Go and give the same, find out the same. Okay. Go inside. Go to the general data. Go to this address tab. See here, first name, I have given it as a required entry. That is the reason why when you are, if you remove this one and try to go to the next tab, what system is saying? Fill in all the required entry fields. So where it is configured as a required entry, here in the account group, it is configured as a required entry. That is why system is asking. Search term is a required entry. Let me show here. For example, I will give this and I will remove the search term. It is a required entry. I will try to remove. and try to go to the next tab. Does system allow? It is not allowing. Why? Because it is a required entry in the account group configuration. So while creating the account group, there are 4 options: suppress, required entry, optional entry, and display. Required entry means that has to be entered mandatorily. Optional entry means if you have information, you can enter it, or else you can ignore it. Display means you will not be able to enter if some details are there, those will be displayed. Suppress means that field will not be visible at all. So we will discuss account group configuration is a separate concept. We will discuss it tomorrow. Now we'll go back and try to focus on customer master creation. Okay. So the reason why we are discussing about the account group is customer master creation is the job of the end user, and account group to facilitate that customer master creation for the end user. As a consultant, we need to configure the account group. If the customer master has to be created by the end user, we have to configure the account group. So none of these fields are mandatory here. Where is that link? That link is again here. If you go to the field check, next tab, let us come back. See here, control. Any of the field is mandatory here in the control. None of the fields I have given it as mandatory. For example, I suppressed one field here, international location number and physical address. These are the 2 fields I suppressed. If you go and check here in the control tab, are you able to see international, what is that field name? International location number and physical address. Are you able to see those 2 details here? Those 2 fields here, are you able to see those 2 fields, international location number or physical address? Are you able to see it here? No, you are unable to see. Why? Because in your account group configuration, that is suppressed. Okay. And one more thing is display. You just check here. The transportation zone, for other fields, you are able to enter some value, but for transportation zone, it is grayed out. Why it is grayed out? Because in my account group configuration, that transportation zone, optional entry here. So the moment you enter in the here in the main tab, if you enter in the address tab, I need to show one more thing. Wherever you find this icon, it specifies that there are more fields, you need to expand this. It specifies that there are more fields, you need to expand this. Okay. And if you drag it down, here also you'll be finding there are more fields. See here, the transportation zone. If you enter the transportation zone here, it will come and sit here automatically. You need not enter anything. That is the reason why it is grayed out. So like this, there are different tabs: address tab, control data, payment transactions, marketing. None of these are required entries. Okay, you can click on all these entries, and if you observe here, the customer master will be having 3 kinds of data. One is your general data, other one is your company code data, and the third one is your sales area data. Since we are in general data, it is highlighted here. You can see it here. Okay. So now the general data we have entered. Let us try to enter the company code data. When you are trying to enter the company code data, see here, the system has taken the company code which you have given while entering into the screen. You have given the company code as GCPL, the same detail system has taken it, and try to enter the reconciliation account. And since it is a customer, the customer will pay the money. I will take it as trade receivables domestic and the payment transactions. See here, the system is not allowing. Terms of payment is a required entry. That is why the reason why it is not allowing. So those are the 2 required entries. In real time, the company code data, which is a mandatory field, which is optional field, etc., will be decided by the finance business user and the FI consultant will give the information that which field you need to select it as mandatory, which field you need to select it as optional. It will be confirmed by the FI consultant. You need to do it, but the FI consultant will tell you which is mandatory and which is optional. Okay, clear?
Okay.
And the next tabs are correspondence and insurance. In general, for when you are practicing, you will not keep any of these field as optional mandatory entries. And the next data is sales area data, which is very, very important for a SD consultant. If you observe here on the top, when the moment you click on the sales area data, the system has taken the sales area which is given when you are entering into the screen. When you are entering into the screen, I have given the sales area. GCPL as my sales organization, GD as my distribution channel, and GM as my division. I have given and the system is taking it. And there are multiple fields here. What we will do is in ECC, we will not try to understand all these fields and all. In S4, we will try to understand the fields. The same fields are there in S4 HANA also. We will try to understand field by field, where it is configured, how that information is coming, all those things we will try to understand. But for the time being, just focus on creation of the customer master. So you don't find any field here with box and tick mark. So it means that whatever the mandate information is there, that is already there. I can go to the next tab. See here, you are able to see box and tick mark for the shipping condition. What does it mean? That entry is mandatory. Let us take the shipping condition as standard. And shipping condition, you can create your own also. I'll tell you where you can create the shipping conditions, etc. etc. Okay. Go to the billing document. See here. Here also some of the fields are mandatory. All that mandate information I am giving it quickly and trying to save this customer. So in sales tab, while creating the customer master in sales area in S4, in ECC, you are able to see 4 tabs: sales, shipping, billing, and there is something called as partner functions. What is this partner function and all we will be discussing tomorrow. Okay. So I have created a customer and I will save this customer. The moment I saved this customer, you are able to see that one number got generated for this customer 801239. How this number has come? Am I given any number while creating the customer master? Here, am I given any number? Am I given any number, Akhileshwaran or Akhila?
No.
But how it has come? It has come again from your account group configuration. It has come again from your account group configuration. See here, for this account group GCPD, there is a number range called GR which is assigned. And if you go back in the same configuration screen and there is a place for define and assign customer number ranges. And if you go to the define number ranges, my number range is GR. Let us find out where is GR. See here, my number range is GR. What is the beginning number for this GR and what is the ending number for this GR? 801201 is the beginning number and 801300 is the ending number. You are able to see it here, isn't it, friends? So what is the current number which got created for my customer? 801239. This is within that number range or not? 801239. Check here. 801239. It's within that number range, na? It is 801201 is the first number, 801300 is the second number. So 1239 comes within this range. Got it? Hello. So where is the link for this number range? The link for this number range is assigned to my account group. What is my account group? GCPD. See here, the GCPD is linked to this number range, GR is linked to this account group. So how can we if we have to break down into the account group configuration in different bits and pieces, how the number has come, if you have to break down how you can do it. First you need to create number range. Okay, that number range will have from and to, beginning number and the ending number it will have. For that number range you will give one name. The name that I have given is GR, and I have created a account group separately, and field selection, whether this is the mandatory field, which is optional field, etc. etc. I have done it. Okay, my account group is GCPD, and the number range GR is assigned to account group GCPD. This is the configuration that you will do as a consultant if the end user has to create the customer master. Okay, this is the configuration that you will do. Where you will do? You will be doing it by coming into this path. So what is this path and all? I have prepared the document for you. Today I will share this document, and tomorrow we will try to understand how the customer has to be created in S4HANA. Also, we will try to understand in S4HANA also. This configuration is same. You need to create your account group. You need to create your number range. The process is same. In addition to this account group configuration, there is something called as BP grouping configuration, which has to be done. And your BP grouping and customer account group has to be assigned. I will tell you that assignment process tomorrow. Okay. Before concluding today's class, let me explain you one more thing. So in the customer master, when I created this customer, how many data you are able to see, friends? If I have to go to the display mode of the customer master, I can use the transaction code as XD03. So how many data you are able to see it here? The customer master will be having 3 data. Okay. What are those 3 data? The first one is general data, which you have the address and other information. And the other one is company code data, which is having company code information. And the third one is sales area data, which is having the sales related information. So as I told earlier, whatever you do in SAP, whether you create a master data or transactional data, whatever you do in SAP, it is stored in where? Akhileshwaran or Shanmukh Kumar, it is stored where? Whatever you do in SAP, it will be stored in tables and fields. So this general data has to be stored in one table, this company code data has to be stored in one table, and sales area data also has to be stored in another table. The table where you can see the general details are KN1, general data. The table where you can see the company code details are KNB1, and the table where you can see the sales area details are KNBP. Okay. For example, I created this customer. What is the customer number, which you are able to see it here? 801239. So let us check whether this information exists in those tables or not. Go to the transaction code to open the sales, table we use SE16N. So if you give here the system, if you give the transaction code, if you execute the transaction code SE16N, the system will give the screen. You need to give your table number, table name. KNA1 is my table. And what is the information that is stored here? Customer master general data is stored. What is the customer number that I created just now? 801239. Pass my number 801239 and execute. To execute, F8 can be used on the keypad. Is it the customer that I created just now or any other thing? Hello?
It was created now.
Mandatory info, Koti, Hyderabad, postal code of this one, state, region as 36, and search term test, main road, this is the mobile number, fax number, etc. etc. I have given it when I created this customer. You can see it here. If I go to the general data, see it here. Mandatory info is the name, main road, same address details, etc. etc. Mobile number and fax number. Okay. So all this information will be stored in the general data table. KNA1 means customer master general data. KNB1 is customer master company code data. KNVV is customer master sales area data. Apart from that, there is something called, if you go to the customer master, which I created just now, you are able to see, if you go to the sales area data of customer master, you are able to see the partner functions. What is the meaning of these partner functions? Let us come back from SAP for a minute and discuss. I want the new people to be interactive. Akila, if you don't mind, you can unmute and speak. Okay. For example, when you are trying to purchase something from an e-commerce portal, what are the sequence of things happen? Can you tell me? When you want to buy something from an e-commerce portal, what is that you will do?
Like we'll search the product, what was the thing we want to check,
Very good.
and like the quality, and for how much long it would be there for us.
Yeah, all that search is done. After that, what happens?
If we like it, we'll buy that.
Yeah, very good. Wait, hold there. So before searching, what you need to do? First, you need to register yourself as a customer in the e-commerce portal, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you have to place the order, you need to register yourself as customer.
Yes.
So you will search for the product. Once you finalize the product, then what you will do?
We'll enter our maximum details, like our address.
Yeah, all that is done. You registered yourself as a customer. You have searched for the product. You liked one product. And after you liked the product, what is the next thing that you will do? You will add it to the cart. After adding to the cart, what is the next thing that you will do?
We'll select the payment method.
So you will place the order, isn't it?
Yes.
You make the payment, or you may ask for COD, cash on delivery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will place the order. Then what the e-commerce guy will do? They will send the confirmation saying that your order is placed so and so. All those details will come and they will confirm one delivery date, and they will be delivering the product to you, isn't it?
Yes.
So as a process of getting this product, if you are making the payment in advance, you will make the payment, isn't it? Or if it
Yes.
is on COD, during the delivery, you will make the payment.
Yeah.
And once they deliver the product, along with that, they will give the invoice, isn't it?
Yes.
These are the things that happens. Without any of these four things, can you imagine any transaction, business transaction happens?
No.
So in SAP terminology, the person who can place the order is called as sold to party. The person who receives the product, or for whom we have to deliver, for whom the company has to deliver, it is called as ship to party. The person who makes the payment is called as payer. The person on which name the billing has to be done is called as bill to party. In some cases, all these four could be same, or in some cases, all these four could be different. In which cases it will be different. For example, if we take Akila, your example only. Let us assume that your sibling is residing, you are in Hyderabad, your sibling is residing in Bangalore. During New Year, if you want to gift something to your sibling, then what you will do? You will place the order, isn't it? You are the sole to party, and you will ask the e-commerce guy to deliver at your sibling address, isn't it? Hello? He will be the ship to party, and if you are making the payment, you will become the payer, or if you are placing the order on cash on delivery and ask your sibling to make the payment, he may become the payer. And since wherever it is delivered, it is the billing will be given to them, and your sibling may become the bill to party. So these are the mandatory 4 partner functions which has to be there for any of the sales transaction in SAP. In some cases, all these 4 could be same, and in some cases, all these 4 could be different also. It all depends on your business scenario, not only individual transaction. For example, Akila is running a business, distribution business for big MNC company, and since Warangal is closer to Hyderabad, he has taken the distribution ship of that MNC for Warangal also. But Akila is the central decision maker. Which product has to be buy from that company, which product should not be buy from that company will be decided by Akila. But his manager sits there in Warangal and he operates the business. So when the order is getting placed, for Warangal branch also, Akila will place the order. For Hyderabad branch also, she only will place the order. But the product will be delivered at Warangal. So the ship to party will be his Warangal address, and the payment will be done by Warangal office. Then the Warangal office address will be the payer, and the billing address also will be the same. Like that, depends on the business scenario. The 4 partner functions either should be same or should be different. These are called as partner functions in SAP. So if you go to this customer master, you are able to see that partner functions here. How these partner functions have come here? Again, it is with the help of account group. Let me show you. Again, it is with the help of account group. If you go and observe here in the account group settings, my account group is GCPD. And if you go and check here, see here, there is something called as partner determination procedure, which is assigned to your account group. This partner determination procedure will be having the partner functions. That is the reason why partner function number has come. So in your account group, partner determination procedure to be assigned. So if the consultant do not do all these configurations, will the end user able to create this customer? As a consultant, if you do not complete all that configurations, is this transaction possible? Not possible, isn't it? The system don't know which number has to be taken to the customer while saving, which partner function has to be taken while the saving. All these things the system do not know if the end consultant do not complete the configuration of account group. Okay, we'll stop it here. Have you understood the difference between the line which differentiate the customer and end user and the consultant? Have you understood?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll stop it here. I'll share the recording. Tomorrow we'll discuss about account group configuration.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask, or else we can